right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live for Noster taking on the Carrollton Trojans tonight here in our varsity volleyball match. We'll start things off here as we all stand for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Remove all headgear and place the flag for the playing of the national, or singing of the national anthems by Mr. Josh Rizzo, Lou Shaw, and Abby Johnson.
Josh Rizzo and Abby Johns.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the varsity matchup with the Lady Trojans of Carrollton against non-National Lady Panthers. Starting lineup for Carrollton.
Starting lineups now.
Number 4, Lily Metz. Number 5, Aubrey Summers. Number 3, Jordan Connor.
Lily Metz, Aubrey Summers.
Number 10, Peyton Numme.
Peyton Numme.
Number 15, Kenzie Hughes.
Kenzie Hughes.
Number 24, Zoe
Number 24, Zoe Applebaum.
Number 2, Sally Schmidt.
Defensive specialist, libero, is Sally Schmidt. Lady Panthers starting lineups. Comes from number 0, Taylor Kuhlman. Number 1, Number 2, Allie Schwarrenberg.
Number 16, Abby Johns.
Number 16, Abby Johns.
Number 20, Peyton Fuller.
Number 20, Peyton Fuller.
Number 21, Emery White.
21, Emery White. And the libero for tonight is number 12, Riley Parrott. So conference matchup here as the Lady Panthers take on the Lady Trojans out of Carrollton. Starters get set to take the court for both teams. And tonight's game is brought to you by our multimedia class within Noster High School. Started here as both teams come through. Show some sportsmanship. Right before Captain Taylor Kuhlman meets with her team in the middle. On the opposite side, Carrollton gathers up as well. Immediate switch for both teams as number 2, Sally Schmidt, steps in for the Carrollton Lady Trojans, and number 12, Riley Parrott, steps in that back position for the non-Noster Lady Panthers. 3 back for the serve receive for the Panthers. Set to serve is Mackenzie Hughes. Hughes Mosley's first serve for the Trojans goes out of bounds. And now Abby Johns, who did a great rendition of our national anthem, gets set to serve for the Lady Panthers. Ball's up and is going to go deep into the number 5 spot, I'm sorry. Riley Parrott with a 10-foot attack. Set up there by number 15 for Carrollton. Nice finish there by the non-Knoxville Lady Panthers. After the rally in that score as well, non-Knoxville leads 2-0. So Abby Johns set to serve again. John's serve this time goes deep and is out, and the Carrollton Trojans become within 1. Number 10, Peyton Mume to serve for the Lady Trojans. Once again, 3-back set for the non-master Lady Panthers. This time it's going to go to Allie Schnorrenberg. Schnorrenberg gets it over to Kuhlman. Kuhlman with a 10-foot attempt. A kill for number 12, Riley Parrott, as she rolls over the 10-foot spike. That attack did touch the top of the net, or the tape, as they say. Now stepping in for the Lady Panthers is number 22, Abby Cruson. Cruson set to serve. Her first serve is a nice over-the-top spin that goes into that 1 spot. Outside set and a nice double block there by Erin Hoppy and Taylor Kuhlman. Hoppy tries to clean it up out of the middle. Did get a touch from the Carrollton side. Once again over to Hoppy, and Hoppy does touch the net as she tries to punch one in. Serving for the Lady Trojans is number 5, Aubrey Summers. Summers passes up to Johns. Great dig out of the net by Taylor Kuhlman and finished up by Johns to send it over for a free ball. Another free ball coming over from Carrollton. Does not find the court as Abby Johns and Riley Parrott called that one out. Emma White steps back in for the libero, and then coming in to serve will be number 15, Emma Bosley. 4-back serve received for the Carrollton Trojans. Just trying to punch it up. It'll be a free ball if it comes, and it does not. So Bosley gets another point up on the board for the Lady Panthers. They now lead 5-2. Allie Schnorrenberg switching out of that middle so she can hit on this strong side. Bosley's serve finds the net, and in comes Riley Parrott as a libero to take her place. Off the tape for the Lady Trojans was served there by number 24, Zoe Appleberry. So Appleberry pulls the Trojans within 1. 3 back for the Knob-Noster Lady Panthers. This time cleaned up by the libero, Riley Parrott. Nice outside set from Taylor Kuhlman. And a nice spike. And she's going to end up getting the kill out of that for Allie Schnorrenberg. Schnorrenberg had overrun it a little bit, but got enough behind her to be able to put something on that ball to be able to get the kill. Checking in is Peyton Smith, and she's going to switch over and hit out of the weak side. So double switch up front. Taylor Kuhlman's ball comes up. It's going to be a free ball if it comes. Transitioning off the net, Lady Panthers. Riley Parrott pops it up to Kuhlman. Kuhlman outside to Schnorrenberg. Schnorrenberg's hit is just a little long. Had a lot of topspin, but not enough to be able to rip it down into the net. Carrollton coach on the other side is calling for the ball to go down the line. Ball does go down the line to Cruson. Cruson pops it up to Allie Schnorrenberg. Schnorrenberg to Peyton Smith. Smith punches it over. Free roller for the Knob-Noster Lady Panthers and an easy cleanup for the libero Riley Parrott. Emma White out of the middle. Set goes to the outside to number 10, Peyton Mume for the Carrollton Lady Trojans. Nice dump there as she read the court perfectly. Taylor Kuhlman had just glanced to see that the middle of the court was open for the Lady Panthers. Dumps it over for the easy kill. And the Lady Panthers up by 2. Peyton Fuller checks in as she's going to hit on the outside, strong side. Peyton Smith will switch over to the weak side. Allie Schnorrenberg on the serve. She's going to get an ace. Unreturnable as it dropped down short in between the fronts and back row. Schnorrenberg's Second serve is a nice one off the tape. It's going to be set to the outside the weak side. And number 3, Jordan Connor, is a left-handed hitter, so perfect placement for her to be able to hit on this weak side and to go down the line. Schnorenberg on a little rally for the Knob-Noster Lady Panthers. They're up now 9-5. Schnorenberg's ball finds the middle of the court, or what we would call the 6th spot. Set goes outside to the libero as she roll spikes it. She can spike up in front as long as she stays under the net, but she punches it out and Schnorenberg still serves. Same spot, same result. Free ball going to come over for the Knob-Noster Lady Panthers as they transition off the net. Riley Parrott digs up an easy one. Peyton Fuller with everything, or Peyton Smith, sorry, for everything she can do to keep that ball in. 4 hits on the opposite side. Double hit was the hit off of the chest as well. Allie Schnorenberg now with Knob-Noster up 11-5. Carrollton Lady Trojans are going to go ahead and call a timeout here. So Knob-Noster finds himself in great position to be able to start closing this thing out as they're up 11-5 on the Carrollton Lady Trojans. Allie Schnorenberg has put a lot of those points up with some great help from her teammates. Allie seems to be picking on that 6th spot in the middle of the floor for the Lady Trojans, which gives her the most floor to be able to work with as she puts that serve in. Knob-Noster now stepping back out onto the court. Line judge is going to roll the ball over to Allie as she gets set to try to close this thing out. Somewhat of a 3-back set for the Lady Trojans. They do have a couple up short. Allie picks on the middle once again and gets another ace for the Lady Panthers. Carrollton pushed up again. Schnorenberg this time goes long, and that ball was just out. Just barely missed the line, but was out. So Knob-Noster now leads 12-6. Serving for the Lady Trojans is Sally Schmidt, number 2. Dug up easily by the libero Riley Parrott. Set outside to Peyton Fuller. That's a beautiful hit down the line. She actually came across her body for that kill. Nice set there by Taylor Kuhlman. Checking in is going to be Erin Hoppy. Hoppy's going to come back in. She'll hit middle, and Fuller will switch out to the strong side. Riley Parrott's serve does not go over this time as it stays underneath that tape on the net. Now checking in for Peyton Smith is Abby Johns. Johns steps in, takes the back position for the Lady Panthers on that serve receive. Kuhlman punches it up to Parrott for a 10-foot attack. Nice roll on that. Lady Trojans have nothing but to free ball it over. Back set to Johns. Johns comes across court, dug up by the Lady Trojans, and finally free balled over by number 5, Audrey Summers. Another rolling attack by Riley Parrott. And they say on the opposite side that after it hit the tape that it went out. I believe it was the correct call. So the Lady Panthers are now at 13-8. Serving for Carrollton is number 15, Mackenzie Hughes. Hughes hits the top of the net, and that would be a penalty against the Lady Trojans as she reaches across the plane to try to block that. Now number 16, Abby Johns set to serve for the Lady Panthers. She dumps it back once again into that middle back position. Touched by the Carrollton Lady Trojans. And an ace for her. 15-8 now for the Lady Panthers. This time Johns turns her hand, puts side spin on it, and goes out of bounds. Serving for Carrollton will be number 10, Peyton Mume. Riley Parrott puts it up. Taylor Kuhlman comes to Erin Hoppy. Hoppy does not get enough in front of it to be able to place it down, so the ball goes out for the Lady Panthers. 3-back set for the Panthers on the serve receive. Still serving is Peyton Mume for the Carrollton Trojans. Taylor Coleman comes to the outside to Peyton Fuller. Fuller down the line again. And really, Carrollton is kind of giving her that, so she's just taking what she's given. She didn't hit it too hard. She just tried to place it, and it was perfect placement for the kill. And the Lady Panthers put another one up on the side out. Stepping in again is number 22, Abby Cruson. Cruson here comes back in for her second time on that back row. Set goes just dumped over for the Lady Trojans. And a nice save there by Kuhlman and punched over by Allie Schnorrenberg. No touch and a great call by Riley Parrott to keep her hands down so that that ball could continue on out. Cruson set for her second serve. Knob-Noster now up 17-10. More back for the Knob-Noster Lady Panthers, and Cruson's serve goes long and deep. Now set to serve for Carrollton's number 5, Aubrey Summers. Summers hits the tape but doesn't go over. And checking back in for her is the libero number 2, Sally Schmidt. Emery White steps back in, so does Emma Bosley. Riley Parrott's out, getting some instructions over there on the side from Coach Tiffany Moe. Riley steps back in on the missed serve from Bosley, and Knob-Noster leads 18-12. Set to serve for the Lady Trojans is number 24, Zoe Appleberry. Appleberry's serve goes out of bounds. Abby Johns did the right thing as she went directly to the line, didn't go over it, and she watched the ball go out of bounds. Checking in for her will be Peyton Smith as she will come in and hit on the weak side. Double switch up front for the Lady Panthers. Coleman to serve as she comes forward to set. Roll spike is dug up by Allie Schoenberg. Had a little bit of backspin on it. Cruson just couldn't quite get there. Coleman was calling for help. Now serving for Carrollton is number 4, Lily Metz. 3 back serve receive for the Lady Panthers. Ball goes to Cruson. Nice try there on the diving play by Allie Schnorrenberg. Schnorrenberg couldn't quite pop it up to give us a chance. Coach Moe doesn't like what she sees, so she goes ahead and burns a timeout for the Lady Panthers. Our score, we set at 19-14 with the Lady Panthers in favor. Once again, you're joining us as a conference game here. Knob-Noster Lady Panthers taking on the Carrollton Trojans. Serving for the Lady Trojans is number 4, Lily Metz.
Yeah.
Knob-Noster taking full advantage of this timeout. They'll get whistled at 15 and start to head back out. Once again, there's that 3 back serve receive with Coleman on the far side, Riley Parrott the libero in the middle, and then Abby Cruson on our near side. Hitting out of the middle will be White for the Panthers. Coleman just free balls it over. The set's going to go to the outside, or actually to the middle. Beautiful block there by the Lady Panthers. Emery White put the roof up. Peyton Fuller comes in to hit on the strong side, and Peyton Smith will switch over to hit out of the weak side. Once again, Emery White there in the middle after that great block. White transfers over. The hit's going to come from the strong side. Nice dig up there by Allie Schnorrenberg. Schnorrenberg puts it out so that Peyton Fuller can clean it up and get the kill for the Knob-Noster Lady Panthers. Back in the serving spot is Allie Schnorrenberg. She's got 4 to close it out as Knob-Noster leads 21-14. Her first serve goes directly down the middle. Hit's going to come from the strong side. Popped up by Coleman. Cleaned up by Smith. Coleman's 10-foot attack does not have enough top spin on it to drop in and goes long for the Lady Panthers. Serving for Carrollton will be number 2, the libero, Sally Smith. 4 back serve receive now for the Lady Panthers as they go to what traditionally is called an M serve receive. Coleman punches to the outside. This time, Fuller had overrun it, so couldn't quite get enough on it to punch it over the net. Schmidt for her second serve. Nostra now up 21-16. Tosses and drops, so she'll get a reserve. Once again, Lady Panthers show poise as they go directly to the line, but don't step over it and watch the ball go out of bounds. Erin Hoppy just checks back in. She'll head out of the middle. Riley Parrott to serve. Parrott serve does not go over. Now stepping in is Abby Johns. She comes in for Peyton Smith. More of a three-back serve receive for the Lady Panthers. Johns punches it up. Coleman goes to the route of the 10-foot attack. Loss of communication there by the Lady Panthers. Now at 22-18, serving for Carrollton, and for his second serve is Mackenzie Hughes. Hughes' second serve goes to Parrott. Parrott digs it up. Coleman into Peyton Fuller. Fuller now transitions over. No need for the transition. She gets the kill deep into that far corner. Abby Johns to serve for the Lady Panthers, and she needs two, or what we would say B for victory. Nice block out of the middle as Erin Hoppy puts her roof up, drops us in to Uno Mas. Uno Mas just need one to win. Johns punches it over, goes into the deep far corner. Going to be just a roller that comes over, drops short in between everybody. Johns had dug in for it, but the ball dropped short. All they need is a side out now. Great dig up by Allie Schnorrenberg. The ball's going to go back to her on a 10-foot attack. She's going to roll it. The ball's going to go just out for the Lady Panthers. Carrollton pulls within 4, 20-24. Serving for them once again is number 10, Peyton Mumay. Mumay to Parrott. Parrott to Coleman. Coleman to Hoppy. Hoppy just barely sends it over. That time, Riley Parrott gets it again. Peyton Fuller on a long spike to the outside. Goes to the weak side. Nice dig up there by Johns. Johns gets picked back up, and the ball's going to go out. Now Nostra's going to win. And a great hustle play by Abby Johns to set up that ball to go out of bounds. So, now Nostra takes her first set, 25-20. We'll take a short break here in between sets. And we'll get ready to play the second of 3. So 3 minutes in between sets for this match. Now Nostra up now, 1-0. Going into the second set. Got up early on the Lady Trojans. And kind of fell off a little bit as the Trojans made a little bit of a run. Volleyball is such a game of momentum. Once you start to gain some, it's hard to stop teams. Coach Mo taking that timeout at 19:15 to be able to try to stop that momentum. And it ended up working for her very quickly as Nostra took back over and then finished things out. Just under 2 minutes here before we start this second set. Both teams gaining instruction from their coaches. Talking about positioning. Talking about open spots on the floor. strategy for Knob Noster, especially Peyton Fuller on that strong side, is to continue to look line. Seems to be the spot that Carrollton is trying to leave open. Not really leaving it open, because what they do is they'll set up the double block to be able to try to keep you from going down line, to tempt you to go cross where the defense is. But if you can hit over the top of that block or quick set it out there to hit it before the block gets set up, it'll probably be a down ball every time. Another strategy is just to stay down, push the ball deep into that corner, make a long run over there to try to pop that ball back up. Both teams are back out on the court now. Abby Johns is starting back in the serving position for the Lady Panthers. And Emery White is going to transfer out as Riley Parrott, the libero, stands over on the side to come in. So Hoppy, Kuhlman, Fuller, Schnorenberg, Parrott, and Johns, with White getting set to come back in. Libero switch on Carrollton's side as well, as Sally Schmidt comes in for them. Johns goes straight at her. Drops a beautiful ball about 12 feet deep. Drops it in short, had a lot of top spin. Just kind of knuckled over the top of the net, and the Trojans were unable to dig it up. John's second serve goes into that sixth spot in the middle of the floor. Single block out of the middle was Hoppy. He tried to hit around it and hit it far out of bounds over on the far side. John's third serve is up. Goes right back into the middle. Cleaned up very nicely by the Lady Trojans. Strong side hit for them, dug up by Parrott. Set goes outside to Fuller from Kuhlman. They said no touch as it hit the net and not the blockers. Set to serve for the Lady Trojans is 15, Mackenzie Hughes. Hughes with a nice serve. She put a lot of top spin on that one. Knob Noster was unable to dig it up. Coach is calling out plays. She's called out Cruson a couple times. Libero there with a mistake, as that ball probably would have been out for the Lady Trojans, but nobody talking to her, so she just did what she naturally does and tries to get the ball up. Stepping in for the Lady Panthers is number 22, Abby Cruson. Cruson takes over for Fuller. There was some communication, but I do believe that ball would have been in, so smart play by the libero to go with her gut there. Kuhlman to the outside. Allie Schnorenberg with some great top spin on that one. Just ripped through the hands of the libero for the Lady Trojans. Allie did a great job of being able to position herself to put a lot of top spin on that ball. A lot of snap, as we say. Ball gets pushed to the outside for the Lady Trojans. A lot of spin. Cleaned up by the libero, Schmidt. This time Hoppy trying to get the assist to Kuhlman. Kuhlman snaps it down. Dug up by the Lady Trojans. Ball's going to go long. Good communication on the bag by Abby Johns to call Riley Parrott off. Cruson grabs the ball. She's set for her next serve. She's all business back there as she gets ready to score another one for the Lady Panthers. And she puts a nice serve right into the middle. She tries to dig it up to help herself. Johns does. Side out for the Lady Trojans. 5-3 here. Knob Noster leads by 2. Serving now is number 10, Peyton Mume. Mume's serve goes out of bounds. That time, Knob Noster did not stop at the line. Went out of bounds. It's pretty dangerous. Sometimes you get hit by that. Emma Bosley steps in. And Emma's going to serve for the Lady Panthers. 4-back set for the Carrollton Lady Trojans. Bosley's first serve goes into the 6th spot. Dumped over this time. And that's a great call. If she had turned her hand the other way, she could have gotten away with it, and it probably would have been a very good play for her. Bosley on her second serve now. She could have also closed her fist and punched it. Taylor Kuhlman got a little touch on that. Ball touched by the other side. Stormberg goes up. Coleman pushes it to the back corner but shoves it out of bounds. It's a good idea on those pushes to try to go deep. Make them work as much of the floor as they possibly can to try to put the ball back over. Carrollton's Aubrey Summers serving now. Summers' ball goes right into the middle to Cruson. Cruson to Coleman. Coleman to Johns. Johns on a 10-foot roll spike. Ball's going to be free, but no transition yet. Now the ladies transition off. Riley Parrott goes back to Riley Parrott. Coleman on a 10-foot attack. Got a lot of snap there. She positioned her body to be able to get as much power on that as possible. No return. Now Nostra now at 9-6. Allie Schnorenberg set to serve. 4 back to receive for the Lady Trojans. Cleaned up by the libero. Free ball. Transitions off the net for the Lady Panthers could be a little quicker. As soon as they see that ball going backwards, they could transition. Good call by the up official. A lot of spin off of that one as it was a double hit. Trying to keep the game clean. I appreciate that. Allie Schnorenberg serving for the Lady Panthers. Good top spin, goes in the 5 spot. Rolled over by number 3, Jordan Connor of Carrollton. Peyton Smith on the weak side. Hits that ball just past the 10-foot spike line. And Smith gets the kill. So Schnorenberg back again. She's doing a lot of damage. It causes another timeout. They called a timeout when she was serving in the first set as well. Now here in the second set, same result. Noster up 11-6. Coach calling it a little bit earlier, not much. Doesn't want this thing to get out of hands as she starts to see it slipping away for her Lady Trojans. Carrollton steps back on the floor. They're down 11-6. Now Noster's coming back on. Allie Schnorenberg looking to add to her statistic total. One switch up front as Peyton Smith is going to come over to the weak side. We have the go-ahead for the serve, and Allie does place it in. Down official, Mike Plummer sees an overlap in the front and back rows. Difficult to see, but he does a great job of calling that one right away. Ball goes into a 5 spot. Lift called. Rarely called anymore, especially on the serve receive. So Allie is just racking them up here. She goes into the 6th spot. Double block kind of overlap, but it doesn't matter. The ball never came over. Carrollton unable to dig it up. You can see what I'm talking about, that momentum. Now Noster has it right now. And if you look at Carrollton, they're kind of down on each other and they've got their heads down. Worst thing you can do in volleyball is get your head down. They almost need to regroup, come back together, and just get each other pumped back up. Allie Schnorenberg gets it to Coleman. Coleman outside to Fuller. Fuller digs up her own, and the ball's going to be pushed over by Smith. Dig up by Carrollton. Punched over by Jordan Connors. Taylor Coleman goes deep to reset the defense. Ball goes outside to Lily Metz. And the ball gets hit out of bounds. Allie Schnorenberg now still serving. Noster at 15-6. Schnorenberg's serve is up. Transition should come off the net. Here's what I'm talking about. As soon as that ball goes backwards, you can pretty much tell, especially in high school, it's going to be a free ball. Nice hit on the outside by Peyton Smith. Peyton's got at least 2 kills in this set. Schnorenberg still serving. Noster up now by 10. That time, ball goes in the net. toss was just a little bit low and she contacted a little bit too far in front of her face. Now serving for Carrollton is number 4, Lily Metz. Metz serve is a hard floater. That time Coleman reads it again and doesn't open her shoulder until she gets ready to dump it. So Carrollton didn't read it and she drops it in. It was a beautiful dump. Aaron Hoppy checks back in. Single switch up front is going to be Fuller. Riley Parrott in the serving spot for Knob Noster. Good hustle there by the Lady Trojans. Schmidt as she gets around. Fuller comes over the top. Nice top spin. Spike over on that side for the kill. Second and final timeout called by the Lady Trojans. Trojans now down 18-7. Coach Comer seeing things kind of slip away as Knob Noster's momentum has really carried them through the second set. And you see by how quickly Carrollton got back out on the floor. When that happens, the coach really isn't seeing much in the play. They're just trying to stop the momentum that's going on. And Knob Noster definitely has all the momentum. Riley Parrott to serve again. Parrott serve goes right into the 6th spot. Going to be roll spike by Smith. Single block there by Smith, but no need as it goes into the net. Hoppy had transitioned off into that 10-foot spike line. Parrott serve goes right back down the middle. Dump coming. Hoppy probably could have been called, and she is. Officials conferred with each other, and the official said no. The reason he said no is they were trying to set it over and went into her hands. Ball goes to Connor on the outside. Unconventional, but almost put it down. Coleman sets out to Fuller. Fuller hits the top of the serve or the block. And it works out for her. She drops it into the 10. Riley Parrott still serving. Knob Noster now within 4 for victory. 21-7. Momentum is definitely on their side. Right now, just a little discontent on the side of the Lady Trojans. Riley Parrott punches that one long as it doesn't have enough topspin. Usually when that happens, you're not snapping your hand enough or you contacted it too far behind your head. That time, I think, she contacted it too far back. So Schmidt comes in to serve for the Lady Trojans. Lady Trojans serve it to Johns. Johns to Coleman. Coleman to Fuller. Fuller gets a kill out of the middle. Once again, doesn't just kill it out of the middle, she just places it on that 10-foot line as she saw a big opening there. And it was a great kill. John's serve goes into the 6th spot. Pumped up, going to be a roll spike. Schoenberg over on the far side. Digs it up. Roll spike there by the libero, Garrett. Could have been called for a lift there as well. Coleman goes to the outside of Fuller. Fuller punching it down. Fuller's cleaning it up here, as I believe that's her 3rd or 4th kill for just this game. 2 more for victory. V for victory. The fans can smell it. We can feel it. Allie Schnorenberg to Coleman. Coleman dumps it over. She thought she read the fact that everybody had shifted over. Player in the net for the Lady Trojans. And Johns now has una más. 1 more for victory. 24-8. Noster has just done the damage here. Free ball comes back over. This could be it. Is it going to be put up to Aaron Hoppy? Hoppy dumps it down and that is. Aaron Hoppy punches it over for the kill for the Lady Panthers. They line up, and just like that, the second set is done and the match is over. Knob Noster wins the second set, 25-8. This has been a Knob Noster Digital Media Class production. And we will be signing off. Thank you for joining us. Come back and join us tomorrow night for the football game. It is homecoming night, and these Carrollton Trojans will travel back here, hopefully to be beaten again.